Reddit, things not pretty last night in Lakerland. A 13-point loss at the hands of the Suns sent the defending champions packing in their own house. This marks the first time in his career that LeBron James is eliminated in a first-round series. A vocal supporter of LeBron and the Lakers, Kendrick Perkins, weighing in.
Can somebody tell me what the hell is going on with the Lakers? And don't come giving me this LeBron James stuff. He should have been aggressive. I don't want to hear that. Out there playing with Kyle Kuzma. Did y'all see him today? I had to make my kids go watch something else on television because I didn't want them picking up bad habits on how to play the game of basketball watching Kuzma. And then the Schroeder. What are you doing? $100 million? Good luck on that one. Andre Drummond, you get released from the Cavs, you go on a worldwide tour, and you don't even perform. Where you was? Man, look, whatever, man. Shout out to the Phoenix Suns. I hope y'all make it to the finals. Congratulations, y'all earned this. Hey, Lakers, y'all got to do better. Carry on.
Are those walls stucco, Perk? They're really gorgeous. I love Mediterranean homes. KP, why is LeBron out of the playoffs?
Well, it's simple. I mean, last night, my list of role players, I keep saying this. This is a team sport, and the Lakers couldn't make shots. The Lakers couldn't protect the paint. The Lakers couldn't rebound the basketball. Is that all on LeBron James? No. You need a supporting cast. You need guys to help you out. This is why they miss a guy like Rajon Rondo, who elevated his game and helped guys out like Kyle Kuzma, right? Put a key in his back to step his game up and help him guide through the way while LeBron James went to the bench. This is why they miss a guy like Dwight Howard, who had to fill in for injured Joel Embiid and help the 76ers close out the Wizards last game. Like, the role players matter. They matter. And if we're going to sit up here and talk about a guy that's in his 18th season and LeBron James, who finished with 7-9, I believe it was last night, with no help whatsoever. And all those Laker fans out there who had something to say about Danny Green, y'all were wrong, okay? Yeah, he missed a huge shot in Game 5, I believe it was last year. But one thing we know about Danny Green is that he's a gamer. He's a shot maker. And those same shots that Caldwell Pope, Wesley Matthews were missing, Danny Green was going to make those shots.
Yeah, Danny Green's also a 3 and D guy. He'll not only make the shots, he can still defend on the ball. Look, it's very simple why the Lakers lost. I'm sorry, Perk. It's not about the role players in this case. It's the injuries to the superstars. Every team in the league would make the same deal the Lakers made. If you could push all your chips to the middle of the table and wind up with LeBron and AD, which is going to thin out your roster, you're putting all your resources into grabbing AD and getting him to LA, you're going to do that. You're going to do that. Even though you know LeBron's up there in age, and so there's a higher chance of injury, and even though you know AD is injury prone, you're still going to make that deal. Everyone would do it. The Lakers did it. And guess what? They won a championship year 1. This is only year 2. Last year they were healthy. This year they're hurt. It was pretty obvious that if LeBron and AD would have been healthy, they'd have won the series. They'd have won the series. Now, you brought up a good point earlier, Perk. If Chris Paul was also healthy, I'd say it wouldn't have even gone 7 games. Maybe with a healthy Chris Paul, it would have. Lakers would have won. Lakers would have won that series. They have enough with the role players that they would have won the series. It's not about the peripheral stuff. It's about the fact that your entire team revolves around 2 superstar pillars. One of them was on the court and compromised, still got you to single digits after being down almost 30. And the other one couldn't get on the court for more than a couple minutes. That's it. That's the whole story. Not more complicated than that.
It is a little bit more complicated than that, Max, but I understand why you wouldn't get that. Here's the deal, KP. When we look at LeBron, here's what we have to hold him accountable for. And we don't want to use the word fault because he's dependable. He's reliable. He does not cheat the game. But when you think back, and we've talked about these stories, Kendrick, when we talked about MJ, for example, and MJ loses, all right? He goes out, he retires the first go-round, he comes back, they lose to Orlando when Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott, those boys got the better of him. Michael Jordan was training the next day. He gave the players 2 weeks off and then said, have your behinds back here. And they were on it. And that mission was that mission. And then the next season is when they won the 72 games and they had acquired Dennis Rodman and all of that stuff. If you recall, Kendrick Perkins, because you're a champion, you played in the league, and you know every damn body. So you know what I'm about to say is very, very true. The Lakers were lollygagging this year. Not LeBron, but the Lakers. You won the game, you won the championship, you in Tinseltown, you in LA, you were feeling yourself a little bit. Everybody that was around them was talking about their body language. They wasn't as focused. They weren't as locked in. They were relieved, feeling themselves, enjoying it. And who's the person to hold them accountable to say, hell no, we got another championship to go after? Who's that person?
It's LeBron.
There you go.
Yeah, but Stephen A, it's a totally different team though. We talking about they added Dennis Schroeder right to the lineup. We talking about a guy that averaged 19 points a game last year. They added Montrezl Harrell that won the Sixth Man of the Year award that averaged close to 20 last year. They added this firepower to take and relieve some of the pressure off LeBron James and AD because they knew it was tougher. And what happened? Dennis Schroeder didn't win a championship last year.
I agree. But Kuzma did. Kuzma did. Markieff Morris did. Anthony Davis did. And Alex Caruso did.
But Stephen A, this is why I'm telling you and Max right now and Molly the value of a Rajon Rondo with that system.
I agree with that.
Let me say this. With that system. Because we all know that LeBron James hasn't been on record for his team-wise, and I've been on the team. He's not a vocal leader in the locker room. He just shows by example. Rajon Rondo is a coach that is a player that is a coach that happens to be on the floor. You see what I'm saying? He's the difference.
Let me say this. Having lived in L.A., I know New York is about dealing with pressure. L.A. is about dealing with distractions. It's not for everyone. It was for Kobe Bryant. You know, all the things that how Kobe took advantage of L.A. was after he retired. Kobe wasn't letting anything in L.A. get in between him and his career goals. Beach. Not everyone is built like that. Kobe was. L.A. and Kobe, good match that way. It's not for everyone. Rondo, good match that way. Not for everyone.
And that's why we should applaud D. Wade and Chris Bosh, because Miami is a distraction.
Big distraction.
Okay? But them brothers were focused. That's a distraction. Lord have mercy, it's a distraction.
There's just no denying it.
I'm just saying.
Are we done?
Miami's New York on the beach. New York, but everyone's wearing bathing suits.
I don't even know where to go from here. I was going to wrap. I was going to wrap by saying LeBron averaged 23 this postseason, his fewest in a playoff run, but it doesn't really feel fitting. Not just the Caribbean, like all South America. All right.
All South America.
All eyes on Kawhi and Luka tonight ahead of their Game 6 showdown. The guys wonder if this is the most pressure the Clippers franchise has ever